Okay, so for 7.5, we're going to solve systems by elimination. So the idea is we want to create a situation where I've got the coefficients having the same number so that when I add them or subtract them, I get 0. So let's look at the x's first here. I'm going to rewrite the question on this side so I can work here. So 2x plus 7y equals 24, and 3x minus 2y equals negative 4. Now, if I want to eliminate the x's, what number do I need to make both of these coefficients? I need the same number, whatever it is, right? So the easiest route would be to multiply the top one by 3 and multiply the top one by 2. So what does this top equation become now? 6x plus 21y equals 72. And then what about this bottom equation? What does it become? 6x minus 4y equals negative 8. All right, so now I have this set up really nicely where my x's both have the same coefficient. Now, in order to make it 0, am I going to be adding or subtracting these? Okay, so I'm going to go 6x minus 6x, 21 minus negative 4, 72 minus negative 8. Is there a way that I could just make the work easier for myself? What can I do to this bottom? I can multiply it by negative, which in turn changes all of the signs, right? So now I can just quickly just add them together. So 6 plus negative 6 is 0x. I don't need to write that down. How about here, 21 and 4? So I've got 25y. And then what's 72 and 8? 80. Okay, so I'm solving for y, so I can divide both sides by 25. And what does that equal? Y equals, so I can take a 5 out of here and here, right? So 16 over 5. All right, so that's my y value. Now let's do the same thing and let's find our x value. So if I want to solve for x, which variable am I eliminating? I'm going to eliminate y. Now, what can I change, or what can I multiply this top equation by and this bottom equation by so that I have the same number here and here? Okay, so let's multiply this one by 2, and we'll multiply that one by 7. So what's 2 times 2x? 4x. 2 times 7y is 14y, and then 2 times 48. Now, make sure when you're multiplying, you kind of keep everything in line. Your x's are in line, your y's are in line, and then your constants in line. Okay? And then let's multiply the 7 through the second equation. What do I get? 3 times 7 is? 21x. 7 times negative 2 is? Negative 14y, and then 7 times negative 4. All right. Now, take a look. Is what I have what I need? Do I have the same coefficient for my y's? Yes. All right. Now, let's look at the signs. Am I going to add them or subtract them to make a 0? I'm going to add them. Why did I decide I'm going to add them? Because these are already opposite signs to each other. So when I combine them, it makes 0. So what's 4 and 21? So I have 25x, that's 0y, and then that equals 20. Okay, divide both sides by 25. X is equal to 4 over 5. So what is the solution to this system now? solution to this system is, write it as a set of point. So it's a coordinate point. Make sure you have the x value first, then the y value, a comma in the middle, and brackets around it. Okay. So let's use the same strategy to do this question here. Now, what is the most difficult part of this question that you see here? All the fractions, right? We are fine with that. We know how to deal with fractions. How are we going to deal with it?
We divide it by the common denominator.
So here, what's the common denominator here? 4?
Yeah.
So let's multiply that by 4, and then what are we going to multiply this by? 8? Okay, so what does that give me in this case then? I end up with 3x minus 4y equals 8. And then how about here? How about this one? I get x plus 2y equals 16. Okay. All right, so now I don't have any fractions, and this looks exactly like the question that I did previously. Yeah. So I can do the exact same approach that I did before. Some people are a little more savvy at seeing what a good number is to multiply it with. If you see it ahead of time so that you can make these coefficients the same right in one step, then go for it. Do that, okay? But we'll just take it slow and do it step by step here. So which variable do you want to eliminate first? Do you want to eliminate the x's or the y's? You want to eliminate the y's? Okay, so eliminate y's. What are we going to do to these equations here? So I've got 3x minus 4y equals 8. I'll just rewrite it. Okay, so if we want to eliminate the y's, what do I need to do? I need to have the same coefficient in front of the y's. Do I? No. So what can I do to make them have the same coefficient? Multiply the second one by 2. And then I end up getting, so I'll just rewrite my first equation, and then I get 2x plus 4y equals 32. Okay, so now am I going to add these together or subtract them? Add them. I'm going to add them because the y's have opposite signs. And when I add -4 and 4, I get 0. So add your x's together, add your constants together, and what do we get x equals? X equals 8. Okay, perfect. Now, let's figure out what do we do next. Okay, so let's solve for y now. Now we have to find y. Okay, so in order to find y, what am I going to do? What do you want to do? What's your approach? You're going to eliminate x's. Okay. So let's work from here. So I've got 3x minus 4y equals 8, and then x plus 2y equals 16. What can I do to one of these equations? Multiply
By 2.
So I want to eliminate my x's, right? So I need the coefficients for my x's to be the same.
Divided by 20.
So I'm going to multiply the second equation by 3. Okay. All right, so let's do that. Let's multiply this one by 3. And that's going to give me, so I can have, I'm going to rewrite the top equation again. Okay, and then I'm going to write 3x plus, and then 6y, and 16 times 3 is? Okay. Now, am I going to add them or subtract them? Subtract them. Or what you could do also is change the signs of the bottom one, or multiply it by -1, right? And now you're adding them together. Okay, so what does that give us for my x's? Zeros, they're eliminated. Now how many y's do I have? -10, and what about my constant? -40. Divide both sides by? And y equals? 4. Okay, so what is the solution to my system now? The solution is 8, 4. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this one here, and then we'll do up another one for the next part, okay, for question 3 and 4.